The procedure. Enforcement Directorate within 24 hours of the arrest has to present before the court. Arguments ensued in court. Both sides presented their version. Enforcement Directorate said that they have grounds of arrest. And on the other hand, Sanjay Singh also made an emotive appeal before the court by saying, if I've done something wrong, if I've done what they're alleging me to be indulging into, please punish me. But all allegations and charges against me are baseless. The court is set to pronounce the order in just few minutes from now. Any moment from now, we'll have the order. Whether there would be a remand, how many days of custody will the Enforcement Directorate get? They've sought 10 days of custody. What is the duration that the court is going to allow? That's a wait and watch. And what does the accused do in a case of this nature? The accused, usually the protocol is moves in a bail application. That's what Sanjay Singh has done. He has said that his arrest per se is illegal. There are no grounds of arrest. And the Enforcement Directorate has violated all the procedure. My colleague Ananya Bhatnagar is with us on the broadcast to take us through both sides of the argument. Ananya, first, the case of the Enforcement Directorate. What did they tell the court today?
Well, the Enforcement Directorate said that they have conducted almost 239 searches in this particular matter, and there is a lot of material that Sanjay Singh needs to be confronted with, and that's the exact reason why his custodial interrogation is necessary. Not only this, it has also come to the light in the ED investigation that almost 3 crore rupees were sent to Sanjay Singh's residence. Now, Sanjay Singh was also confirmed when 2 crore rupees had come to his residence. They were received by his employee, Mr. Sarvesh, and not only this, the money was sent by Dinesh Arora is what has been said by the Enforcement Directorate to the court. Not only this, it has also been alleged that he had role to play when it comes to Indo-Spirits formation. It was a SPV, that is a vehicle in order to park the funds, in order to park the tainted money, is what the Enforcement Directorate alleges. However, there is an unsigned MOU that has also been recovered, and with regards to that, it has been stated that Sanjay Singh had a role to play in this. What more has been stated by the Enforcement Directorate is that there were questions, Anusha, raised on the credibility of the witness, that is Dinesh Arora. That is, it was said that he was accused in the CBI case, then he turned an approver. Similar happened when the case of the Enforcement Directorate started. Countering all those submissions, the Enforcement Directorate said that Dinesh Arora has time and again said that he was threatened by Vijay Nair, who was the communications manager of the Aam Aadmi Party. If you remember, he is inside jail at this particular point of time. It has been said that Dinesh Arora had threatened, Dinesh Arora was threatened by Vijay Nair in order to not take names of influential people like Manish Sisodia, like Sanjay Singh, and that's the reason why it took a long time for Dinesh Arora to confess these names. However, the case of Sanjay Singh is that this is a political vendetta. This is something that is being done against him.
And those are the both sides of argument, as Ananya Bhatnagar is reporting from the court, from the Rouse Avenue Court, the special PMLA court, which is set to pronounce the order on whether there will be a remand, custody, how many days of custody for Mr. Sanjay Singh. As I said earlier, the accused always moves in a bail application that they have done right now. There's also the word coming in from Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who has said all allegations against Mr. Sanjay Singh are false and baseless. Listen into what the Delhi Chief Minister said.
सारे केस झूठे लगा रहे हैं ये लोग, तो कुछ इतने केस लगा लिए, इतनी जांच कर ली, कुछ निकलता तो है नहीं। तो इस जांच के खेल में टाइम ही खराब होता है, सबका टाइम खराब होता है, जांच एजेंसियों का भी टाइम खराब होता है, सरकार का भी। सबको काम करना चाहिए, देश के लिए काम करना चाहिए, तभी तो देश तरक्की करेगा। सबको झूठे केसों में फंसा के उससे तो देश तरक्की नहीं करेगा। जिस तरह के सवाल सुप्रीम कोर्ट आज पूछ रहा था, क्योंकि मामला सब जुडिस है, मेरे को कोई टिप्पणी उस पर नहीं करनी चाहिए, लेकिन जिस तरह के सवाल कर रहा था उससे तो मतलब एक तरह से एक फीलिंग आ रही थी कि गलत ही केस बना रखा है इन लोगों ने हमारे ऊपर।
Across to my colleague Anshul, who is also joining us on the broadcast, giving us more perspective on the story. Anshul, the Enforcement Directorate said we have basis for this arrest. They also argued that there is ample evidence and material on record to prove the case against Sanjay Singh. The key arguments of ED, and of course there's political controversy around it. We just heard what Arvind Kejriwal said.
So yes, the Aam Aadmi Party since day one, since this entire case was registered, has continuously been maintaining that this is nothing but political vendetta. But yes, on the other hand, if you see the kind of investigation that has been taken forth by the Enforcement Directorate, initially by the CBI and post that by the Enforcement Directorate, there are several accused who have come to the fore and has narrated a story of how this entire policy was initially tweaked on the behest of the so-called South lobby. Post that there were also discrepancies in the manner in which these licenses were distributed, and post that we have seen that since the Enforcement Directorate has taken the case under its custody, we have seen that how several of the accused have now come on record and has said that somewhere or the other Sanjay Singh was the person who made Manish Sisodia, who was the then excise minister, meet with several of the liquor barons and people who wanted to invest in the new liquor policy or invest in the liquor market in the national capital then. But yes, the kind of arguments that have broken out in the court today, that is also very, very interesting. But yes, the court also took it very seriously and asked this question to the Enforcement Directorate that since the statements were recorded at least an year ago, why was no action taken against Sanjay Singh then, and why suddenly this action has been taken? But yes, since the Enforcement Directorate explained to the court in as many words that it was a very long process and it took time for them to investigate the truth behind each and every statement, and hence it eventually took time for them to go to the house of Sanjay Singh, where we saw raids happen yesterday. Now the allegations that have been put forth are also very, very serious in nature. So yes, the Enforcement Directorate has asked for a 10 days custody, but they have also said that a 7-day custody would also be fine. For how many days will the custody be given, or if at all that custody will be given, that is going to be very, very interesting, because the Enforcement Directorate has already made a long list of things that needs to be confronted with Sanjay Singh in this entire matter, be it him sitting face to face with a number of accused and accused and approvers. On the other hand, there are several documents that needs to be confronted with him. For example,
Yes.
an MOU was mentioned in the court of law today. This MOU is also a very interesting point. So all these things would be confronted, and hence it is going to take some time for the Enforcement Directorate to confront Sanjay Singh with each and
Well,
everything.
that's the argument that they have made before the court, and mostly in cases like this, custody is something that an agency gets. They have the right to investigate a matter of this nature unless an arrest is thoroughly illegal in nature, but this was not a quashing case. A quashing petition needs to be moved at the High Court or the Supreme Court if Sanjay Singh or his legal team thinks that the case is fit for that. Arunima is also with us on the broadcast, giving us more perspective on the story. Arunima, so far, what is the line of argument that the Enforcement Directorate has maintained? 7 to 10 days of custody. That was what they told the court today.
Yes, minimum 7 days is what they have been arguing. And one of the most sensational arguments that they have made in court by seeking remand is that money, cash, crores of rupees, exchanged hands at Sanjay Singh's residence. And one of his aides, Sarvesh, is the one who took the delivery from Dinesh Arora, who's an accused turned approver, his employee. Now, the question that the defense asked, and perhaps rightly so, is that if this information has been available for so long, why did ED move in for arrest only now? ED also told the court that Sarvesh has been summoned for questioning only tomorrow. Sarvesh was raided a few months back. So if there was evidence to suggest that he accepted money from Dinesh Arora's employee, 2 crore worth of money, why was he not, taken into custody? Why was his custodial interrogation not done for so long? So these are all questions which the defense is asking. What the ED says is that this is, new evidence that we have. We want to confront Sanjay Singh with various people. There is a telephonic